Hi guys, I thought I'd do a bit of an update. I literally could not resist having a mess with this Atari ST 520 STE that picked up for 20 quid. No info about it. I've got no mouse. I've actually got no cables for the video and audio on the back. Um, but I thought, I'm just gonna have a look at the power supply. So I changed a fuse in there. Everything seems okay. All the levels seemed okay. No capacitors. But all resistors were shorted. Seemed okay. 5 volts, 12 volts. So, I've plugged it in. I've got a floppy disk cleaner that I made myself. You've probably seen that on some of my posts before. It was very dusty, so I thought, all right, I'm going to at least give the floppy drive a bit of a clean before I do anything. So that's what I did. When I first switched it on, all the lights were doing what they should be doing, and it did actually try and read from the floppy drive, which is great. So I left the cleaning disc in there and give the drive a really good clean for a while. And then I thought, how can I get some video out of this? So I didn't want to go down the RF route. Don't have cables for that. But I do have this tiny little TV, basically. And I think it's Roadstar, so I think it was, and it works on 12 volts or 24 volts. I think it was probably for lorry drivers to have in their cabs, which is obviously why it works on 24 volts. But anyway, I digress. Works on 12 volts too, so I've hooked it up to 12 volts. It's got AV input and audio. I might actually test the audio in a bit, but on the back of the Atari ST, which is obviously it's a bit of a weird like DIN connector. It's got 13 connector holes in there. So connector number 13 right at the bottom is ground, and 2 is composite out. So I thought, you know what, before I try and grease weasel some discs or something, let's see if I can see anything on the screen. I'm not an Atari ST person. I don't know, on Amiga you get the insert disc screen. On Acorn machines you do actually get like the system on the ROM. I didn't know if that was the case in the Atari ST. That shows the amount of research I've done. But anyway, right, I'm going to switch it on with this junky setup that I've got, and let's see what happens. Right, so I can see a bit of action on the screen there. It has gone white, which is a good sign. You can now hear that it's trying to read from the disc. I haven't got any Atari SD discs at the moment, but it sounds like it's making a good sound. You can see there, don't know if you can actually see it from this angle, but the green light is on the bottom, which is the power. It's probably not showing up that good there. You can see the yellow floppy read light is on, and you can see it's doing its thing on the floppy. Now I think after a while, when it can't read a floppy, we get a bit of action. We'll see in a minute. There we go. Yes. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So this system, although I don't know what's happened to it, you probably saw from my photos that I posted, it's probably been in storage, thrown around people's garages, whatever. I don't know the story and the history of it for the last 30 plus, well, 35 years to be honest, 1989, isn't it? But all I know is that it's booting up, it seems working, seems to be working, sorry. And I've got something on the screen, so that's a start. One good thing about this, which I didn't realise at the time, I think they came with 1 MB memory. This one, actually, it's got 4 MB, and yeah, so that's a bonus. So that'll be good. I don't need to buy that. I actually had bought 4 MB of memory if I didn't even need to, so I might stick them in my 386. But yeah, super exciting. So yeah, I think it goes to show, sometimes you do need to take a chance. I've definitely took chances on stuff, on online places where you can buy stuff like eBay, other places too, Facebook Marketplace, etc. You do gamble sometimes. I would probably say you're not going to win as many times as you lose, but £20. I've got this Atari ST 520. Atari 520 STE system. I know obviously the case is going to be a bit an issue. You can see on the side here that the actual side of the case has now come off, but you know, I can super glue that. I can see what I can do with it to make it good. Keyboard, you know, that might be a bit of a problem. I've heard that there are tons and tons of screws on these to take apart, but you know, I can work with that. So the space bar, obviously you've got the metal bar that goes across, that's missing too. And these standoffs here, so that standoff has broke. That one has actually broke off. These ones are good, they're okay. But yeah, the actual, when you put the top on the case, although there was a few cracks at the top, it's not like there's massive pieces that are snapped off on the top. You can see on the bottom, let me just quickly show you under here, I don't want to do anything. You can probably see there to the front to the bottom of the case is snapped off. But you know, I'll keep looking, and at the end of the day, it looks like I'm going to have a working Atari ST system. And everything else is superficial, as you know, so yeah, just super excited. I wanted to post a quick video about it. I know, sorry about the camera work and the audio. I'm literally doing this on my phone. I was so excited. I just wanted to post it. So I might actually like do like a video log of, you know, the repairs of this and tidying it up and everything, and getting it up to a full working system. So I think probably the biggest things now, I want to explore external Gotek options, maybe even an internal Gotek. I don't know at this point. And also, I just need to sort that keyboard out, because it's not going to be great to use, is it, like that? And also, I need to try and find a mouse as well. I think I've got some Amiga joysticks that they've got the little switch on that you can swap over between Atari and Amiga. So I'll have a look at that. But yeah, it's just a bit of an update. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.